Good morning, guys. What's up? What's up? I kind of came up with a little system here I like. I've got this little tool here. All it is a little spatula. Bamboo, by the way. And I took it in on the grinder and I ground just a regular stone grinder like that one right there. And went back and forth and put a nice keen sharp edge on that. That bamboo is some tough stuff, guys. And what I had the other day on one of my yards was a die out. And as you can see here, this comes from being a lazy beekeeper, not watching your P's and Q's. But what I did is put it in a 13-gallon. I just did this as an experiment. I put this in a 13-gallon trash bag and threw it in Miss Daisy's freezer. And while it's still frozen, I can do this so you can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. While it's still frozen. You do not, guys, do not, I repeat, do not put this on. Look how nice that is now. Look how nice that is. Now, I'm going to dip this. I'm going to plug this. I'm going to save my wax here. I'm going to save this. I want to hurry up and get this done because these are still frozen, okay? And what we'll do here is drop these in, and I'll plug that hole, put some nice strong bleach in here. And any wax moth eggs that are still on here, I've noticed on some of these, you see what happened here? They still come in. The wax moths still come in and work on it. So what I did is just pop the plasticell out. Here's some I've got to do. I'm going to freeze them. Here's another one. We want to get this job knocked out before they thaw, see? Yeah, we want to get this job knocked out before they thaw. I wanted to show you how quick and easy this was. See, I've got some pollen in here. This is all going to get watered out. Boy, this works so good, guys. It's unbelievable. That's what I like about plasticell. The stuff is tough. But see, we got a lot of pollen in there and stuff, and we just throw it over here in a pile over here. You're going to have these wax moths still coming through this stuff. So we're going to rinse it out good, wash out all this pollen. Yes. Here I've got one more experimental one. I cannot believe, guys, how quick and easy this is. And I've been fighting this issue for years. This is what happens when you become a little bit of a lazy beekeeper. But look at this now. So we'll wash this off, right? Get this washed off and let it dry. Don't put it in the sun. The sun will warp the heck out of these things. UVs will eat this stuff up too, by the way. We'll rinse it well. We'll go back into the shop and put another coat of wax on. If you don't put wax on here, the bees are going to make a blotchy mess out of it, okay? Look at all that wax I just made right there, guys. I can melt that down. And you probably should run it through a cheesecloth to get some of the crud out of it. And then store it, and then you can roll it back on here. What I usually do is throw it in a crock pot. You can heat it up and then run that whole crock pot while it's hot through a filter. You can use those paint filters you get at Lowe's, Home Depot. Run it through that, and then your wax is nice and clean. Get all the debris, leaves, all kind of stupid stuff out of it. But yeah. So I've got several more here. They're going to go to the end of the freezer with my nice high-tech tool here. God, guys, You gotta love it when you come over to Steve-O's channel. You just keep learning and learning and learning and learning, don't you? It's unbelievable. We got a little bit more work to do, and oh guys, Miss Daisy is some kind of pissed off with old Steve-O today. Ooh-wee! She's been cranked for 2 days now. I'll tell you about it shortly. Oh boy, guys, did I ever do a beauty. Wow. I got Miss Daisy cranked up. Hey, that's not bad. That's green tea. I put it up to about here. Then I put club soda up to here. And then I put a good squirt of lime juice in there. Stirred it up. Nice refreshing drink. No calories, by the way. Here's how I did that one. This one, guys. How to really crank up Miss Daisy. By the way, this was a $4,000 mistake. I went and worked bees the other morning. And I found it. I'm at this yard right now, my other yard. And I found a die out. And now, no wax moth. What killed it was the doggone bull ants or carpenter ants. What took it out. I've since done a lot of treatments in here. I'm hopeful I knocked them down. But anyway, I got my blowtorch. I had some crawling up under these lids. I'm going to do a cook down this morning. But anyway, found a die out. The bees absconded because they got overrun with bull ants. A strong colony will fight these bull ants off, but a weaker colony, like it was a two-framer that I shifted over. So I took that, but had a whole thing, outer edges were full of honey still. They were starting to come in and uncap those and start getting that honey and pulling larvae out. They got a sweet tooth, but they like protein too, these carpenter ants. So, anyway, I said, heck with it. I threw it on the truck, and I want to take it home to clean it out, clean the mess out, get those carpenter ants out of there. Because you just open them up, and they will dissipate and run off, right? So, I left it in the back of my truck, and I was hot and sweaty. I did bee work, and I did a hike, and I came in, I went in, and I took a shower. Well, I had a place to go, somewhere to go, and I came out and I had my hearing aids in. I've had them for 5 years, my hearing aids. I've had them for 5 years, and it stems back started way back in '68, started ruining my ears with a 105 howitzers. I was in an artillery outfit in Michigan. Then I came to Florida. I was in a ground pounders, but I really took some damage on my ears because we hardly ever wore earplugs back in the day. We would just, I was an ammo bear. That's the crap job you get when you first come in the military. Ammo, you do grunt work. You assemble the shell and then you shove it in. I'm the guy that was behind there with a glove on. Put the cartridge, they'd open a breech. You had a gunner and an assistant gunner, and the assistant gunner would slam the breech. The main guy would, the main gunner, he would call out, he'd set the settings on the howitzer and all this, and here comes Steve-O with a bullet, and they'd pull the lanyard and the shell would kick out. It was my job later to take the shell over, store those, but I'd take that whole bullet and howitzer round and shove it in with my fist, and then the assistant gunner would slam the breech and my hand would just go flying out of there. Now if you did it like this, you'd probably cut your fingers off. But you take your knuckles, put it in there, and then that hammer throws it. But anyway, where I was going with that's how I started losing my ears, and then of course, then being around heavy equipment all these years. So anyway, for the last 5 years, I've had hearing aids, right? $4,000 worth, okay? Well, I cleaned up, and I never go outside with these things. My buddy's lost 3 of them, 3 sets. He just got another set. These are $6,000. And this whole deal may cost me $6 grand because next Thursday I go in to get new hearing aids. Yeah. Miss Daisy's not going to she wants me to hear very clearly, guys, precisely when she says something to me. She wants me to make sure I hear it, right? It just burns her up when I don't acknowledge her speaking. Oh, trust me, guys, that's the way it is with all women. When they say something to you, you better acknowledge what they're saying, okay? Just a little heads up there, guys. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just here to help. Can you feel the love, guys? Can you feel Steve-O's love, all right? Anyway, I got cleaned up. I'd been working bees. I was hot and sweaty. I went and got a shower, cleaned up, and then I had to go somewhere. So I go out to my truck, was still out back at base camp with that dye out. But all those bees, and especially that mean box over there they come, man. They are just in there robbing. This was a stupid rookie mistake. I mean, I'm telling you, this was rookie. This was really rookie. But, you know, at 73 years of age, maybe, you know, you start getting a little rookie. I don't know. Joe, he's rookie every day. He wakes up in the morning rookie, and he goes to bed, you know, all the way to making rookie mistakes all day long. You know, that even when they put him to bed, they give him his little cookies and warm milk just before he goes nighty-night. You know, he's screwing up that entire day. I don't do it but once in a while, but this was a beauty. So I go back out, and I look, and here's these bees flying out of this box, right? I don't have anything on other than a ball cap, right? And my hearing aids. I picked that box up and was going to set it over on my little trailer over there. Guys, them bees blew out of that box. Oh my God. I've never had robin bees eat me up like that. I must have had 50 hits, guys, all in my face, temple, eyebrows. And I'm like this, guys. And I have short sleeve shirt. They're just loading my arms up. I mean, I'm getting hammered from hell. Yeah, guys, I'm getting hammered from hell. And I take off, and I'm coming around the house, and I go all the way around and come into the barn. They were on me the whole way, all the way around the barn. I got in the barn, I shut the garage door, I turned the fan on, sit in a chair, and I'm just feeling around for stingers. I'm digging them out with my fingernails. Never noticed, guys, my hearing aids were gone. When you're getting lit up like this, you ain't, and oh, I pulled my glasses off so hard when I did it, it actually bent this nose piece here, bent it over. Because I went to put my glasses on, because I had them off and I had the glasses in my hand while I was digging stingers, right? And I noticed my nose piece was all bent. Luckily, I didn't snap it off when I readjusted it, but anyway. I went back in and I told her, I was looking around. I called her on the phone. I said, do not come outside right now. Okay. And came in and I'm looking around. I said, and I had to leave for the same thing. And I said, where's my hearing aids? And I going, oh my God. I don't go outside at all with these things. They told me from get-go, do not work outside with these on. Yeah, just go to the grocery store, to a movie theater, wherever you go, but do not wear them outside. And anyway, they're gone. I said, holy crap. So I go to a rental store and I get a metal detector. I was out there waving that metal detector around for 2 hours, guys. You think I could find them things? I even took a hearing aid battery and set it on the ground and went over it. Beep, 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 beep. I said, well, if I hit it, there's no telling. When I was gouging and slinging and stingers out of me, there's no telling where those flipping things. So anyway, next Thursday, guys, Steve-O's got to go in and get him some new hearing aids. And I tell you what, guys, that's going to be about $6 grand. And my buddy just got a pair. He said, oh, wait till you go down and get the new ones. He said, I just bought mine. They're $6,000. I said, how do you get $6 grand in a little thing like that? He said, he said, how do you get $4,000 in a dental implant? I said, there you go. More big pharma robbery. Flipping crazy, guys. Yeah, speaking of big pharma ripoffs, my wife went into, Miss Daisy, she went in to get her annual, or every 6 months she goes in. And he's checking her for this, checking her for that, right? He said, oh, how's your husband doing? He's doing all right. He's doing all right, she said. God, is it hot, guys. It's 95 right now. Humidity's way up there. Anyway, I didn't want to start the truck in the AC because you probably couldn't hear me talking. Anyway, how's he doing? How's he doing? She said he's doing all right. Doing all right. Is he still doing the injection? Yeah. God, I'm so worried about that. He says, I'm just so worried about that. Oh my God. You talk about phony, guys. Phony, ridiculous, no clue what they're talking about, okay? They've been preaching that we're going to have roid rages, okay? Roid rages and cancer and all this other stuff. You will. If you stay with their program, the standard American diet, you're on all this sugar and stuff, guys. Yeah, there's a good chance when you're combining testosterone replacement therapy, you could be like a little kid in high school, you know. You remember how we used to have all the fist fights and stuff? Fighting over girls and this and that and whatnot. Yeah. On a carnivore diet, you won't have that. No, you won't have any of these issues. You won't have any. You know what my blood pressure was this morning, guys? I checked it. I periodically check it just for giggles. I was 116/65 with a 67 pulse rate. Yeah, this is what you'll get. You start throwing carbs down the pipe. Everything goes up. Blood sugar goes up. Yeah, your blood pressure will go up. Everything. They don't tell you none of this stuff, and they were never trained in this department either. Proper human diet. Yeah, she says, oh, I'm just so scared. He says, I'm afraid for you. Now this guy's telling my wife, guys, he's afraid for her. Because he's afraid. She said, why is that? She said, roid rage. These guys that get on this stuff get roid rage, but nobody told Mr. Einstein doctor that, yeah, if you put high carb diet in with maybe testosterone, yeah, then you'll have issues, okay? This is why I get so triggered, guys. I get so triggered with big pharma. This is the same doctor, guys, by the way, that told me, I've had this back issue for a long time. He said, well, I've got a spinal surgeon over here. I've got one. He's not all that good, but I've got another one over here. He's pretty good, but he's expensive. Oh, really? Every one of these spinal doctors that I've seen, they just end up ruining you, okay? They've done it to many of my friends, and then they end up on all these painkillers, and then you end up getting cancer. The last one got brain cancer, died. Yeah, listening to these big pharma people. It's like listening to the far left. Everything they tell you is the exact opposite, okay? Exactly the opposite. It's quite incredible, guys. Anyway, this is the same guy that told me. I said, I'm thinking about buying one of those inversion tables. I said, it makes common sense to me that that's a good thing to do. Oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I said, why is that, sir? I said, at my age, gravity's kind of taking effect, and I know it's tightening up that low spine. I got problems down on the L5. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I said, why is that? Oh, you'll have a stroke. I will have a stroke? Yeah, you're tilting yourself upside down. All that blood's running to your head. You're going to have a freaking blowout. Don't do that. Holy crap, guys. Anyway, I don't believe him. You know how many years I've been using the tilt table, guys, and it's working great? 10 years. You reckon I'd have a stroke by now? I don't hang upside down for 10 minutes. I told him, I said, you don't hang upside down for an hour and a half. It's just maybe not even a half, 30 seconds. I only do it for about 30 seconds. You can feel the blood rush in your head, but you can also feel the pressure coming out of your low spine. Then you just come back about level, then you tilt down a little bit. I have the strap set anyway, so I don't completely 180. I do about 60 degrees, okay? These flipping doctors, guys, these big pharma doctors, don't seem to have a flipping clue. And he asked me last time I was in, he's checking me out. You still on that hypertension medication? No, I'm not on any medication. Huh? You went off of that without talking to me? I said, listen, I asked you people once before, and your assistant, can you ever get off of this stuff? Nope. Nope, once you're on it, that's it. Well, here's the trick, guys, that they don't tell you, and I'm going to tell you, and I'm not a doctor. But here's a tip from old Steve-O. If you stay on the standard American diet, you're probably going to be on that hypertension medication and their crappy, phony cholesterol medication till they stuff you in the pine box. And they're going to stuff you in that pine box early because they have a laundry list of side effects, okay? These chemicals, guys, are not made for the natural human body. The body. No, it's a phony bunch of nonsense. And I've had so many guys, beekeepers too, say, Steve-O, I can't do what you do. I said, what's that? Oh, you're on that strictly a meat diet. I said, well, I eat bacon and eggs and sausage and eggs in the morning for breakfast. This morning, Miss Daisy and I went to the restaurant, little cafe we usually go to. What does Steve-O have? He had 3 eggs over medium and 3 sausage patties. Hey guys, I eat that and I'm plenty satiated. I don't need toast. I don't need oatmeal. I don't need none of that high carby garbage, okay? And it is garbage. I went to the store. I was pushing the cart for Miss Daisy earlier this morning, and I went by this end cap, and there was this cereal there by one of the big cereal manufacturers, and it looked like a little biscuit, and they had whole grains, and then they had some made with rice, and then they had one with cinnamon and sugar on it. Listen, all that stuff, guys, is nothing but poison, and they're lying to you. It says right on the box, heart healthy. This product is heart healthy. They say the same thing on an oatmeal box, guys. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, I'm done preaching with that stuff, guys. You know how I stand on this stuff. And if you'll just do a carnivore diet for 90 days, that's all I ask you to do, 90 days, you're going to find out all the inflammation's coming out of your body. Do bacon and eggs in the morning. For lunch, have a pound and a half. Or if you're a real hungry grizzly bear, eat 2 pounds of steak. Okay? And that's it. Then you fast till the next morning. And if you can't, in the afternoon you get a little hungry, you want something else, get a handful of walnuts or a handful of pecans and put it down there and wash it down with some green tea or just plain water. And get some natural, good Redmond sea salt to put on your steaks and your bacon and eggs and stuff. That's it. Do that for 90 days, and you'll be emailing me. Says, Steve-O, you have saved my life. Yep, guys, we're gonna start firing. I'm not gonna fire my doctor. He may want to fire me. I'm not firing him. I use him for blood work. You got to have a primary care physician, right? So he can order blood work. But they're not even doing the correct blood work. They should be checking testosterone on you guys, and they be doing the A1C. They just do a quick blood sugar thing, and you're probably going to be already diabetic by the time that red light comes on. Okay, you're going to be already so. But if you're doing a high carb diet, you're heading for diabetes. You're heading for cancer. You're heading for skin issues, clogged up arteries. Yes, sugar clogs arteries, not animal fat. That's the other big lie they're telling you. So we're going to start firing all these phony people, all these phony politicians that say they're trying to make your life better. And they want to, what they're doing is enhancing their life. But if you'll notice, all these phony politicians, look at their lifestyle. Look what they're eating, all right? They're eating lots of gourmet ice cream. Yeah, a lot of sweet stuff. They're clogging up, guys. They're clogging up. Yeah, God's not going to be happy with them. He's going to have them checking out early, and they need to check out early for the simple fact they're taking this country right into the portalet. Yeah, the portalet, the job site portalet. We don't want it. Alrighty, guys, that's enough preaching on good, proper health and nutrition for your body. And corrupt politicians, that's enough of that talk. I can see your pressure, your blood pressure starting to build a little bit. And if you're a primary care physician, you're watching me right now, I know your blood pressure is going up. So have that checked. Have that checked. You might want to get on a proper human diet, which is the carnivore diet, and go keto at first. Look that up, guys. Go keto at first and then shift into carnivore. And watch your body improve. That's all I'm going to tell you, guys. Watch your body improve. I hear so many people with arthritic conditions and this condition, that condition. And I just tell them, if you would just go straight up carnivore, your whole body will change. And we're going to put all these people, this cancer nonsense. And that's all it is, cancer nonsense. And four-way bypass nonsense. All the cancers, all the skin issues, all that stuff's going to go to the wayside, guys. Yeah. And then you can take all that money you're saving there and buy more bee equipment. How's that one? Yeah, and you're going to be tough as nails, too, because you're going to be like old Steve-O out here that can dig 50 stingers out of his face and come right back out here tomorrow and start working more bees. We got to see that little colony right there, guys? That little colony, that little brown one right there? Well, the die out was over there, so I put that one on top. But that one right there, I didn't have a spare upper box for it, but I do now on the back of my truck, and it's going to go on top of that box. I'm going to quickly check the feeders on these guys and see what they need. Get them fixed up with what they need more. These colonies are all building up. I got to get a handle on the ant situation. It's very annoying. The ants. Just one of those things in life you got to deal with, you know. It's like bad politicians. You got to deal with them until you can fire them, right? All right, we're gonna get this job done, and then we'll go into the forest and see what's cooking in the forest. Let's check those saw palmetto berries and see how they're coming along. That bloom's over with, and we should start having some fruit coming onto those saw palmettos. We'll check that out shortly. Little colony's coming along good, guys. And it's all plugged up there. We'll give them a nice fresh beetle barn. And I'm gonna put a fresh towel on here, and it's gonna be oregano oil and super strength oregano oil and vegetable oil on here. We'll put another one of them on. Yeah, Gary, one of my fellow beekeepers, he come up with these, and wow, this stuff is strong. Stuff is really strong. He said it's working great for taking out varroa mites. So we'll see, you know. He seems to like it. Yeah, he seems to like it. So anyway, this girl here, she needs another box. So we got this dye out. So we'll add it to it, you know. Yeah, I got another syrup I'll put on here, and we'll just keep moving on and get all these guys fixed up here. Here's one of our walkaways. It's coming along. I'm going to put another jar on that. Yeah. All right, guys. Let me take care of these bees here, and we'll go to the next yard. Or actually, we'll go to the woods and see what's going on in the woods. It's the way I like to tote my beetle barns around. And then I got another bucket for the ones that they plug up. Take these home and put them in a Ziploc. Depending on how many you got, put them in a Ziploc, throw them in the freezer. You can let them sit there for 24 hours, then take a Kleenex and wipe out your combat stuff. Do this inside. If you do it outside when it's hot, this stuff is gooey. It's a mess. But these pop right out and clean up so nice and so easily. You do it inside, but do it somewhere where the propolis stuff pops and falls around on your floor. Can you get that stuff on Miss Daisy's floor? Yeah, you're gonna get your ass chewed out. So be careful with that one, guys. Make sure you have a garbage can in front of you, where when you pop these traps open with a knife, that you can take out the propolis is on those holes in there. They close those up, bees will. And you can just pop those out real easy. Cleans up quick. Take a little napkin, wipe out the center, and then throw them in a bucket like this, and you're ready to go. I'm going to go through and make sure they got a towel on each hive here, all these hives, and I'm going to put a fresh beetle barn in each one. Let's get her done. Wow, guys, check this out. Wow, this one's doing good, guys. Watch out for rattlesnakes. Yeah, in September these things will be this big, guys. That little green thing will be this big. Then you can harvest it and make your own tincture. All right, guys, I gotta run. Actually, I'm gonna walk about 2 miles straight out in this woods in 95-degree heat. Hey, just helps toughen you up, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting it on. See ya.